Hey guys, this is Barbaric Ace here, back with another video, and I'm super excited today to be showing you guys tips and tricks, some tips and tricks. I'm around 5, I think. We'll see. I'm just going to talk about it in general for how you can be better at Call of Duty in general as a game. Call of Duty is very fast-paced, just run and gun FPS game. That's why I love it so much. I pride myself on being pretty good at the game. I'm not obviously amazing. There are some things in the game, tactics and strategies that are actually very effective that most people don't use. It's probably the reason that crazy guys like ChainFeed, a bunch of other Call of Duty YouTubers can get crazy feeds. Predicting and reading enemy teams and players is so easy. I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. We're going to go ahead and get started off with our first point of conversation: spawn points. Now, obviously, we have the best map in the game, Nuketown, right here, everybody, that we're looking at. Nuketown is just so good. It's just so good, so good. First of all, where are the actual spawn points of Nuketown? Obviously, Nuketown is very small. A lot of maps have generally about 2 spawn points that are main spawn points. Unless they are extra large maps or large maps, they can range from anywhere from 2 to 5 or 6 even. Now, there are exceptional spawn points that are only used if every other spawn point is occupied. For example, but we're going to mark real quick the spawn points of Nuketown. The first one is right here behind Orange House, as we like to say, or Blue House. That might be Blue House, actually, guys. I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Blue House, whatever. And then we have our second spawn point right here, other side of the map, right? Most people don't usually, they probably know. There's actually 3 main spawn points in Nuketown. Next spawn point actually is right here in this region, okay? So it could be anywhere around the back car. Yeah, these are the 3 spawn points in the map. This one, and of course right by the car as well, like I just said. Those are the spawn points of Nuketown, and spawn points are very important to understand. All of the tips I'm going to give you guys, these are all going to lead to you learning how to read the map in the most efficient way. For example, if you have teammates over here, they're spawning obviously on that side of the map, and you're right here, you have a bunch of teammates right here at the spawn point, you know that the enemies are spawning over here, spawning on this left part. You know the enemies where they're spawning. That's why spawn points are so important. If you have even more teammates, if you have more teammates that are over here as well, you have teammates on that side and on this side, you're gonna have enemies all over here. That is the biggest reason that we need to know about spawn points. Spawn points literally will change the way you think about the game. My smallest tip for today, you just need to learn the spawn points of every map you play. So now we're going to be talking about high rate camping spots. So this is the second kind of tip for the video. The second tip is you got to make sure you start to learn and pick up on the high rate camping spots. There are very many camping spots. The game has changed a lot, and unfortunately Nuketown, the most thing I see is people usually sitting inside of where? Front doors. Up top in the windows has always kind of been a camping spot. Garage has almost kind of been a camping spot for a while. Behind the cars. See in my videos and my streams, it's a very prominent topic. Use this dot to represent some high rate camping spots. For example, most of the time there's these 2 places right here that have a grand amount of people. Almost always in an entire Nuketown match, you're going to find somebody sitting on the right side or the left side of this map that I'm showing you right now. These corners sometimes have campers. So this represents front door and upstairs window. This part of garage, here in the garage over here. Front door and window will be over here. So this is what my brain sees automatically every time I load into a Nuketown match. This is where the potential enemies are going to be, or even your teammates will probably sit, because they are just high rate camping spots. Every map, surprisingly, I'm not going to show any examples because I don't want this video to go on forever. Every map has high rate camping spots, and if you can learn and understand those camping spots, first of all, you're going to be predicting people way better. Once again, this is a secondary factor that will add into this whole thing we're going to be talking about today. And so this is another big point in reading the minimap, understanding the minimap, okay? So now we're actually going to talk about dividing the minimap. Obviously, this is the most simple you can probably get. Nuketown is just such a small map. It's pretty easy. Most maps, you could literally divide into 8, 7 sections if you'd like. You can cut it into bottom right, bottom left, top right, top left. I usually do that. And then I always usually add, middle. Like I said, right, left, mid. That's all we need. Because, Nuketown isn't a very large map. Super simple. Could even cut it into other pieces. This could be counted as by the mid car. You can make whatever kind of sections you want, divide it the way you'd like, whatever makes more sense to you. So my biggest recommendation to you guys is to make sure you organize and divide the map into sections in your mind before you get into the game. This is another factor, very important factor, that'll help you understand and read the minimap as a whole. So now we're actually going to get into something that I'm super excited to talk about: common routes. Routes are ways that people take to get from one point of the map to another. For example, that you spawn, first spawn on this side. As you guys know in my streams, I always say I will always take the same route, because to me it's just the most adventurous, and also I think the least chance of getting just annihilated by a camper. Like we talked about high camp raiding spots, campers raiding spots, high rate camping spots, I mean. Oh my gosh. Here, if these are the enemies, if the enemies are here, your teammates are obviously most of the time going to push right here, maybe down here. You need to be smart enough to go from here, make your way. This is my favorite route right here. Okay, this route can split into 3 different ways, obviously depending on where the enemies are. Okay, so this is the route. This is, for example, routes. Like I showed, your teammates are probably going to go on this route right here, where they run over here and they're going to pull over here. Probably all get sniped. If they live, they'll maybe rotate down straight through mid and get killed by the guy camping over here, or they're going to push up top or around the back, whatever. That's kind of all they have, though. Right here, they're going to just camp. Like I mentioned a second ago, there's also this route. So what you need to understand is not necessarily the routes that just your teammates are going to take, but routes that the enemies often take. This actually connects directly to camping spots, right? If you can actually learn to understand the camping spots by default, you're going to start understanding routes. Most routes are going to go through and by these camping spots. If they're coming from back here, let's say they're going to go over here, garage, over here. Nuketown is great, as this is a perfect example because it's very simple. There's not that many routes, but you can break this down in bigger maps as well, guys. I promise you, I promise. All of this applies to every map. Most maps have high rate camping spots, common routes that are taken by the enemy and by your teammates, by players in general. Your goal is going to be to do the thing that's unique. Don't take the route that everyone takes. And that's the best way that you are going to get a flank, gonna catch people off guard, gonna get kills, easy kills. And so then that leads us to our last tip. So we went over spawn points, high rate camping spots, dividing the minimap, common routes, and then as well predicting the enemy. These first 4 kind of add up to predict the enemy, and that's where you're gonna really just start to understand the game on a whole new level, guys. There's one more tip I wanted to mention, extra tip, bonus tip. Oh my gosh, guys, bonus tip. Woo! We got a bonus tip. So I wanted to talk about reading the minimap in a little bit of a simpler way. If you are like, wow, what I just diagrammed right now, what I just threw in front of you, you're like, what is going on? What did freaking Barbaric Ace just do here? Ace is crazy. He's too much of a tryhard. He overthinks things. I got you, loud and clear. Totally true. Makes sense. But I'm going to teach you guys a way simpler way to think about this. And this is really honestly common sense, but nobody thinks about this, apparently, because I seem to just see the same thing happen every time I play a game. There are so many players that do the same thing over and over and over again. That's also a thing. Switch it up. This is a simple way for you to read the map on any map. Let's talk about how you can read the minimap, especially in core, without a UAV. How to know exactly where the enemies are without a UAV in any game mode. This is our main power right here. This is all the marbles. I don't know what I'm saying. Right here. This little guy right here, this is your teammate. Your teammates are your personal UAV all the time. You might be like, oh, well, obviously, but I don't see anyone doing it. Like, let's talk about it. All your teammates are right here. So where are you gonna go if you want to kill some enemies? Obviously, if you're right here, you're just gonna go like this, right? You're just gonna go to your teammates. It makes so much sense. That's where your teammates are. That's where the battle is, right? That's where the battle is, isn't it? That's where the battle is. That makes no sense, bro. You can't just follow your teammates. Your teammates are actually your guide to know where the enemies are. Wherever your teammates are, you don't want to go there. You want to go the actual opposite direction. Better bet I'm going straight the other way. Always. If you want to find the enemy and have high kill rate game, you got to avoid where your teammates are, because that's where the enemies aren't. If there is that many of your teammates right there, chances are the enemies are not over here. There are no enemies over here if all of your teammates are over here. That just is not how it works. If all of your teammates are over here, the enemies are where? They're going to be right here. Front door. Chances are, if your teammates are alive in top mid, the enemies are most likely scattered in this region. That is it. And that's all you need to know, guys. It's so weird because it's super simple, but it's something that everyone overlooks. If you apply these things in your game, you will literally become way better at Call of Duty. These are the strategies that made me go from an average player to somebody that drops 90 kill games, 80 kill games, 70 kill games, random games of 70 kills and 10 deaths. This is what the pros probably think about. I'm no pro. I'm pretty dang good, but I'm no pro. The guy Chain Feeds, if you guys know him, he's an amazing Call of Duty player. Wow, guy is incredible. You want to know why? Because he has this locked down. My guy runs Nuketown like it's like... Wait, what is that supposed to mean? Okay, he runs... Oh my gosh, I have to take that out so much, bro. Whoa! Whoa, what is wrong with me? So yeah, Chains Feeds, he makes Nuketown just look like being the fastest kid in grade. I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys. He's amazing because he has this down. So wherever your teammates are, the enemies are not, unless your teammates are dying. Let's do another example just to end this off on a good point. Ending. Oh my gosh. So let's say... And you guys are going to guess on this one. Let's guess on this one. Let's say your teammates are in these locations. Where are you going? What is the right route? There's a right one. Believe it or not, there's a right route. I'll give you the answer. The right route is to take straight through here, boom, right there. That's where you're going to start. That's where you're going to start to maybe take out some guys. If your teammates are over here alive, there's no enemies obviously here, so you can't get flanked from here. Now, there's a small chance that while you run out of the front door, there could be an enemy here. They're probably where? Front door, maybe even two. I mean, there's a lot of people that just, there's like a group sometimes that sits there. There's like a group of campers that sit there usually. Garage here, guy peeking right here, and some guys in the back of the map. That is what you need to get down in your mind. Common routes, high rate camping spots, spawn points. If your teammates are on the right section of the map and the left, and there's only right, left, and middle, the enemies are in the middle. Stop being the guy that's like, oh, my teammate's over here, I gotta go over there, that's where the fight's happening. Not happening. No, wrong. There's a fight happening, probably a massacre of the enemy team by your teammates or your teammates by the enemy team, but it's just a freaking firefight. There's no flanking, there's no strategy, there's nothing. But anyways, guys, that is my in-depth explanation about the minimap. The professional strategies that if you can apply into your Call of Duty game, oh my gosh, you're going to be so much better than you've ever been. It's going to maybe take some practice. You're going to be thinking a lot more than you usually do playing Call of Duty, but I think it's just so much better. So please, guys, trust me on this. Try it out. And that's it for this video, honestly. Those are all my main tips. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and throw some shorts out also on my channel of like short explanations of some of these tips as well. So I love you guys so much. Please hit me up on the next one, and I will see you guys later. Bye! Hello everybody, please, if you are new to the channel, if you like the video, go ahead and check out my other videos. A lot of gameplay, a lot of fun, a lot of Call of Duty, a lot of stuff. Just go check it out, have some fun, enjoy yourselves, and maybe, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, bye.